And let's turn back outside for a minute. Those warmer months are now upon us, and you may be planning some activities, some fun in the sun, right? But not necessarily a fun activity. A plan for a lot of people this time of year, quite frankly, is yard work. But beware, if you plan on using machines to cut the grass, you could be in for a bad time if you're not careful. Our Clayton McChesney joins us now live from outside our studios with some safety tips. So what advice can you share with us, Clayton, regarding cutting the grass?
Well, Martin, the Consumer Product Safety Commission says an estimated 75 people a year are killed in riding mower accidents, with 1 of every 5 of those deaths involving children. However, there are ways to keep you and those around you safe. We spoke to someone from a local lawnmower business who says they always try to pair people with a machine that fits their terrain, but accidents can still happen. He says the best advice he can give customers is to always be aware of your surroundings and be familiar with your equipment by reading the operating manual before use. He says the mowers they sell come equipped with multiple safety features, but some people make the dangerous choice to disable them, with the reverse operation safety feature being especially unpopular.
And that's just kind of a safety valve to cause a person to stop and check behind them, check their surroundings before they just back up. Because, I mean, unfortunately, there have been some accidents that have happened from people backing up suddenly and not really being aware of who was in the immediate area.
We spoke to a local emergency room doctor who says this time of year sees an increase in hospital visits from accidents involving lawnmowers. Some of these are from projectiles thrown by the mower, while others are from rollovers, the most serious lawnmower-related injury. He says the best remedy is preparedness.
Luck favors the prepared. So if you're prepared in wearing safety equipment and thinking twice about should I be mowing this embankment, most likely you're probably not going to have a big issue. If you're questioning or find yourself repositioning yourself on the mower to counterbalance, that should be your first clue that there could be a problem in the future.
Dr. Stefancic says you should use eye and ear protection while using a mower. But one of the best pieces of safety equipment you can have on you if you get injured is a cell phone to call 911. After you call, try to stop the bleeding by applying pressure and make the scene. If your injury does result in a loss of fingers or toes, Dr. Stefancic says someone else should pick them up while you get to the ER. It's more important to save your life than your digits. Here for you live in Bluefield, West Virginia, I'm Clayton McChesney, WVVA News. Back.
All right, thank you for that report, Clayton. And Strickler says New Mead tractor customers can actually ask for help if they need to know the correct way to operate their machine.